we've been reviewing how MSNBC, or as I call them, MSDNC. Thank you, Trump. You're welcome. Anyway, MSNBC is in freefall. They're at an all-time low, and I'm loving every minute. Jimmy goes, I'm living every minute, Jimmy. Paul McCartney is my horrible Paul McCartney impression. Don't try that at home, kids. Or maybe try it because it's better than mine. But anyway, MSNBC is in a total free fall. So I wanted to go over this. So, we've been reviewing how the media is suffering horribly right now. And it is because people don't like them. And they're like, F you, we don't want to be a part of your effing thing anymore. You lie, you're the establishment, you push establishment values if you have any, and establishment crap, and we don't like it. So we're going to go to online media, which is why they've tried to shut us down, and, they come after us all the time. So I thought I'd read this first paragraph of this essay-like article. The way someone wrote this, whoever wrote this needs a pay raise and then to get punched in the dick like they do, or punched in the face, because, man, this is funny. So here's what this says. It says, Brian Williams says he's leaving NBC. Oh, no, not another one of their biggest personalities. Come on, Brian. Oh, this is even better. Brian Williams, I got to read this. Brian Williams, the square-jawed news anchor. The square-jawed news anchor laid low by a fabulism scandal. Oh, a fabulism. You mean where he lied? Where he lied about being on a helicopter, where he was being shot at and all this crap, and he was making himself sound like a hero? Like a brave anchorman? Ah. You mean that guy? You mean the fact that he lied? A fabulism scandal? Anyway, a fabulism scandal who mounted a career comeback with a popular talk show at, by the way, 11 p.m. on MSNBC. Let me tell you right now, there is no talk show that is, first off, a talk show is with an audience. Not like the national audience. A studio audience. Not just the national audience. So it wasn't really a talk show. Second of all, it's at 11 p.m. Who the F is up at 11 p.m. when I need to watch MSNBC? Announced on Tuesday after a 5-year run and depart NBC entirely at the end of the year. Here's what he says. Following much reflection and after 28 years with the company, I've decided to leave NBC upon the completion of my contract at the end of December. I've been truly blessed. I've been able to spend half of my life with one company. NBC is part of me and always will be. And I probably wouldn't say that. That's probably the most embarrassing thing you could say. Saying that MSNBC will always be a part of you is probably the worst thing you can say. Now, a source familiar with the New York Times says, he's going to try other avenues and all this. He might be trying a podcast. I don't know, maybe they'll put him on their streaming service. That's probably what's going on here. So, just a little history. So, Brian Williams gets in trouble for lying about his Iraq heroism, right? Heroism. And so, they kind of sidelined him. They benched him. And so you had people like Crystal Ball, who we've talked about 1,000 times on this channel, and she basically had her own show. And what they did was they brought in, I forgot the president's name, but they bring in this president of MSNBC at NBC. I can't talk. And essentially, he's old pals. I mean, he is an old pal, old buddy of Brian Williams. And so they bring him in to help them decide what to do with the whole Brian Williams situation. So in the daytime, like 2015, 2016, you had 2014, 2015, 2016, you had people like Crystal Ball who had a show, Joy Reid, Ed Schultz, Ronan Farrows wasn't really going anywhere. And so they all had shows, And essentially what's going on is they decided, hey, we're going to cancel your shows. And then what we're going to do, so their main thing was, we have gone too far to the left, we are too progressive, and our ratings are trash. We need to go whoop, to the right. Whoop. So what they did was they took out all of those shows, including Joy Reid's, by the way. She was sidelined on the sidelines for a while. They took out all of those shows so that what would happen is, if there was a program running, a show or a TV show, whatever they were doing, and it was running and there was breaking news at the moment, Brian Williams would be able to do his anchorman thing. Brian Williams here at MSNBC at NBC Universal. This is breaking news. I'm Brian Williams at NBC. You've heard him. You know who he is. I could play videos, but no. And he could be the anchorman, the news guy. He could break the breaking news, right? And they did not want opinions surrounding this news guy, because he was former host of NBC's nightly news before Lester Holt, and it was this huge contract, huge. And so then he gets out. And so essentially what happens is, then they give him a show at 11 p.m. That's all opinion. So how ironic is that? But they fired Crystal Ball, Ed Schultz, Ronan Farrow, all these guys, because we need to support one personality on this network. So now what's going to happen? So we knew that Rachel Maddow was stepping down, and I forgot to report on this. Nobody's really reporting on it. And so essentially Rachel Maddow's now stepping down. You know, Russiagate, war propagandist, establishment fearmonger, and war criminal Rachel Maddow, she's stepping down from her nightly show and just doing like periodicals and like some specials, documentaries or whatever, once a week or every other week instead of a huge nightly show. And so she's stepping down. CNN offered her $20 million to be a part of their streaming service. But now Casey Hunt from MSNBC, who's another Republican, conservative hack war criminal, is there. So no views, because no one really effing likes Casey Hunt. Horrible, trash ass person. And then essentially what they're doing is MSNBC had to pay her more so she would stay there instead of going with CNN for their $20 million on their stream. What's happening is MSNBC, without all these big names, they're going to fall straight down to the bottom. Their ratings are already plummeting. They're complete trash. There's no more Trump to fearmonger about, although they still do it. Oh, Trump. He's not in office. And, he's not in office. And so, whatever. So, they're going to try and get on their streaming Nicole Wallace. A war profiteer, a warmonger, helped us get into that war in Iraq, lied us into the war in Iraq, chief liar, communications director for George W. Bush. Yeah, okay. Now she's welcome because she hates Trump. Okay. And so, these guys are going to lose the online streaming wars. I'm not that big yet at all, okay? Only 40-something subscribers here and 15 on my other channel. But you guys know that the people who've got hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers, Jimmy Dore and Kyle and Crystal and friends and Breaking Points with Soccer and Jetty and Crystal Ball and all these guys, they've got a lot, the Jimmy Dore show, I think I said it, they've got a lot of viewers and they know how to handle the online network and they know how to tell the truth, which is why we get censored. And they have that audience. These guys, no one likes these guys. The majority of the people that watch these guys, the Casey Hunts, the Nicole Wallaces, the Brian Williams, all these guys are old people. And these older people, reliably older people, all they've done for 30 years continuously is press the channels on the TV to get to their shows. They don't know about streaming bundles and Hulu Plus and all this Disney Plus and all that crap. They don't know about this. they're not going to pay extra money to get these shows. And the young ain't going to join either. Only 19% of young people like the media, like my friend Adam said, oh, MSNBC is the best thing ever. It's the best thing since sliced bread. And it's the best, most trusted name in news. That's literally how he talks. My voice is a little different, but it's normally, oh yeah, but, that's how he talks. And it's false. And, oh man, just seeing MSNBC in a free fall is absolutely exciting to me, and they're just going to fail.